Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bonus empties video for you, which I know some of you will be very excited about, but most people will be like, how did you exactly do a bonus video, like bonus empties? Because I generally tend to do an empties video every 2 months, but this time around, and by the way, yeah, I do an empties every 2 months, but occasionally, like every 6 months, basically I collect my most repurchased products and I do those empties. So that way every 2 months you see some sort of empties video. But this time around, I feel like from October to December, and I feel like even when I did my October empties video, I could not cover every single product that was in my empties bin. So I had a lot of products that were basically accumulating, and I cannot wait till Feb to do that one, because I've decided in 2024 I'm going to do an empties analysis. So basically from the 1st of January till however long I collect my empties, I'm going to count the number of empties and also every category how many products I tend to empty. I'm going to do an empties analysis in 2024, either at the 6-month mark, or maybe we'll just do one for the entire year at the end of the year. So we're going to count those numbers. That's why I didn't want to take any of my 2023 empties into 2024. So that's my entire ideology behind doing this bonus empties video, because every single product that I empty up in 2023, I want to show it to you, recycle everything once I clean it and get that out of the way, so then we have space for more new empties in 2024. That's my long ass intro and the explanation as to why this empties video is happening. But for those of you who don't care at all and you're just like, show us the empties, we want to know what you've emptied up and what your reviews are on, let's get started into that. So firstly, I want to show you my body wash that I was using before I started using my current body wash. This is the Treaclemoon My Tropical Coconut Island Ocean Hero shower and bath gel. Now you can see there's a little bit of product over here, so I'll have to put some water in here and clean it अच्छे से. But apart from that, this is completely empty. Now I was very excited to try this out because I'm like, let's try a new brand and see how it works and all of that good stuff. And this was a really nice body wash. It worked very well, cleansed my body really well. But I do prefer the Skinrx body washes a little bit better as compared to these. So I will not probably repurchase. I mean, I might, if I'm just looking to like switch up once in a while, then I might repurchase a different scent just to try it out. But in this specific scent, I think I'll just stick to the Skinrx ones. But they do have like a mango, a shea butter, and like there are different scents that they have. This is just the coconut one, so I might try out one of those variants just ऐसे ही experiment करने के लिए. Apart from that, it was a good body wash. If you want to check it out, it's a great one. Cleanses the body, works really well. It's a good size also. It's 500 ml and it retails around 500 rupees. But this one you won't find on offer that often as compared to like some other brands. On this you will barely save like 5 or 10% if anything. So yeah, it can be a little bit more expensive in terms of value, so do keep that in mind. Then we also have the Dot & Key Barrier Repair Plus Hydrating Gentle Face Wash. Now you guys know I love the moisturizer basically in this line. I also really like the face wash as well, so I will most probably repurchase it at some point. The only slight negative thing about this is the fragrance. I wish the scent on this was a little bit more mild, but apart from that, I really like it. It's a nice gentle hydrating face wash, and this is actually the kind of gentle hydrating face wash I would like. And yes, one more thing, I feel like with this, if you use a little bit too much product, it's going to take you a lot of water to wash all of that out. So make sure that you use the tiniest bit of product which will basically cleanse your entire face. And it's not like if you use a little bit, it's not going to wash your face completely. Absolutely not. The tiniest bit goes a very long way. It will wash your face very well, and you should not overuse this, in my opinion personally, and that's coming from someone who tends to overuse her products. So yeah, apart from that, amazing cleanser. I would highly recommend this one. Then we have let's talk about this shampoo. So I tried out the Nykaa Naturals Onion and Fenugreek shampoo when I got a tiny sample. I took that actually to travel on one of my trips. I still remember that trip very well. It was a very like favorite trip among our friend group, so loved that trip, and I actually fell in love with this shampoo on that trip, so I decided to go ahead and buy the Big Daddy size, which I don't regret necessarily, but I feel like I didn't love this as much when I was using it aise ghar pe to wash my hair. I didn't love it as much, so I will not probably repurchase this one. I'll just stick to my Tresemme shampoo. And it's not like this was a bad shampoo, it just did not wow me as much. Like on the trip, I felt like my hair was extra smooth after using it, considering we also went in the pool on that trip. So you know, generally pool water ke baad baal dhone hote and your hair can get a little bit rough, so I felt like वो सब मामले में it helped a lot. But when I was using it at home just normally, it was a pretty normal shampoo, cleansed my hair, it was okay, but not too moisturizing, not extra smoothing or anything. So I'm like, ठीक है, normal है, बस ऐसे यूज कर लिया हो गया, but I'm not wowed by it, so I won't repurchase it probably. Then we have this one. Okay, this is the Nykaa Lovestruck Love Notes Shower Gel. Now this one I used actually a long time back, and the bottle looks absolutely disgusting. I don't know इसके ऊपर क्या लग गया है जो इतना gross दिख रहा है ये, but ठीक है. This is one of the ancillary products from the Nykaa Lovestruck range. I love the perfume, which is also Love Notes. I have the body lotion also in the Love Notes range, but वो मैंने अब तक use नहीं किया because I tend to savor that. I don't use it much, but this I kept it in my shower. I used it every day, and I did like it quite a bit. But the Love Notes perfume smells more gourmand and sweet, whereas this is like a citrusy take on it. So I liked it, but I was not wowed by it again. And इसका ये पैकेजिंग इन जनरल का प्रॉब्लम क्या है पता है, द ढक्कन ना ब्रेक्स ऑफ. लाइक इफ़ यू कैन सी वो योर ऑल्सो ये थोड़ा टूट गया है, सो देन आई हैड टू लाइक क्विकली यूज इट अप ताकि ये लीक ना हो. सो आई एम अ लिटिल डिसअपॉइंटेड दैट द पैकेजिंग इज सो फ्लिमजी. इफ इट वाज लाइक समथिंग लाइक दिस पैकेजिंग, आई थिंक इट वुड हैव बीन बेटर. So yeah, Nykaa, if you could just improve the packaging on this a little bit so it doesn't break off that easily. मतलब मैंने इसको कुछ गिराया नहीं, I didn't harm it, no nothing, but still it broke. So I'm like, okay, that's a little disappointing. But yeah, if you find this on offer ever, you can definitely pick it up. It's a good product. It's just that I bought it for the smell. I didn't buy it because it's like a remarkable shower gel or something. So yeah, that's that. Then we have the Fix Derma Shadow RX SPF 55 Gel Sunscreen. Now you guys know I absolutely love this sunscreen. I mentioned it in my favorite sunscreens video of 2023. I also mentioned this in my ranking video for comparing sunscreens basically, which is the best value compared to the price etc. And this was actually the most expensive one because बाकी जो मेरे favorite sunscreens है ना उस पर आपको offer मिल जाएगा, इसमें generally offer नहीं होता है. I think during the Black Friday sale it was maybe 10 or 15% discount, तो तब मुझे ले लेना चाहिए था. But then this is more of something I would use when my skin is combination oily, whereas now it's a little bit more dry because of the winter. So that's why I didn't want to buy it right now. मैंने सोचा कि चलो जाने दो, बाद में देखते हैं, ले लूँगी मैं. So that's the reason I didn't repurchase it yet, but I will of course repurchase it. In fact, I'll probably accumulate some points, so then I can save a little bit of money on this. But apart from that, it's an amazing sunscreen. People with oily skin, normal skin specifically would love it. Dry skin ke liye it's not moisturizing enough, so do keep that in mind. The Fix Derma gel sunscreens are definitely better for oily skin, not for dry skin. So if you have oily skin, definitely check this out. Amazing sunscreen, no white cast, very lightweight on the skin, gets absorbed very quickly. मतलब और क्या ही चाहिए ना तुमको एक sunscreen से. So yes, that is that. Love it, will definitely repurchase. But the next product I'm not going to repurchase. This is the Plum green tea exfoliating peel. It's got 10% AHA, 5% PHA and 0.2% BHA. Now I have decided like chemical peels, exfoliating, you know, these serums are not really for me. I've used a lot over the years. I've used the Dot & Key one that they had before, not the one that they recently launched. Recently matlab in the past few years, but I had the purple bottle like years and years ago. I've used that. I've used the Minimalist one, I've used this one. They're all good. ऐसा नहीं है कि they're bad, and it's not like they don't work. They all work. It's just that for me personally, I don't take out one day in the week जब मेरे को कोई exfoliating peel use करना है. I use my retinol every single day. It works very well for me. Occasionally if I want to add in, I'll use an AHA BHA serum whenever I feel the need to, but I don't use this regularly. Even to use this, I had to like specifically dedicate a certain day in the week. I think last में when I wanted to use it up, I used it as a foot peel actually, so that जो हमारी क्या बोलते हैं एड़ियाँ होती है या your cracked heels basically, it helps with that. So my mom used it and I used it and we just was like इसको ख़त्म कर देते बस, because it was going to expire. Yeah, it was going to expire. This expired in August of 2023. So before that we used it up, or did we use it up after that? I'm not sure. But we used it up regardless, but I won't be repurchasing it. That being said, if you're looking for a good exfoliating peel for your face because you are someone who likes to use it in your routine, it is a good one. I would recommend it, but I would actually recommend the Minimalist one more than this. I think that's better. This is a little bit more gentle, so for sensitive skin I think this would be better because it's a lower percentage as compared to others. So yeah, that's that. Then I have the Minimalist Salicylic Acid plus LHA 2% cleanser. Now again, I've done a detailed review on this in my trying and testing out Minimalist cleansers video. I told you that I don't actually like this one. A lot of people love it. It's a bestseller also on Nykaa. But for me personally, I would have preferred this to be more like this consistency basically, where it's a little bit more jelly and thicker. This almost feels very, very thin, barely lathers up on your skin, so that's why I was not a fan of how it felt on the skin when you're washing it. So yeah, not the biggest fan of this face wash in general. I think there are a lot of others which are much better out there. That being said, it's a good salicylic acid cleanser. If you're specifically looking for salicylic acid in a cleanser, it's nice. A lot of people have also said that this has helped with their blackheads, etc. So I think basis of other people's review, a lot of people really like this product, so do keep that in mind. But it's not my favorite and I won't recommend or repurchase it from me personally. Then we have, okay, let's talk about these two quickly because they're kind of like in the same vein and very similar to each other. These are the Nykaa Skinrx moisturizers. Now these products, for some reason, whenever I talk about it, whenever I add it in a poll or something, like no one's interested, no one likes it. Even in my skincare routine video I noticed where I used this along with the Dermaco Hyaluronic sunscreen, that got the least amount of views among all my like 1 week of skincare routines जो मैंने post किया था उसमें. This product got the least, like the video in which I featured these got the least amount of views because मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये किसी को पसंद ही नहीं है, and everyone is like नहीं हमको ये मतलब we're not interested only at all. But this is actually a very, very good moisturizer, you guys. I used it as a one-step moisturizer serum thing, and then you put a sunscreen on top, and specifically the vitamin C one works really, really well. The niacinamide one, I felt like on certain days it actually burned my skin. Not burned my skin, but like thoda irritation, thoda aise, you know, your skin gets a little sensitive. That sensation that happened with this one a few times, so I might not repurchase this. But the vitamin C one I actually liked a lot, so I think if I see this product on offer or discounts again, I might actually pick it up. Both of these have a more creamier consistency. They also have the oily skin variants, like this is the normal to dry skin variant. The normal to oily skin variant actually I did not like. I felt like it was not doing anything, not even basic hydration, so that one I decluttered. I just gave it to my mom. I'm like, आप खत्म कर दो इसको, मुझे ये नहीं use करना है. But the normal to dry skin variants I actually liked a lot because they moisturized my skin pretty well. And I will say though, don't use this on top of a serum or use it on your bare skin because on top of a serum the consistency doesn't work well. But on its own, as a one-step serum moisturizer, it works very, very well. So yeah, I would recommend this one. I would not repurchase this one. You could try it out if you want a niacinamide moisturizer, but I would actually prefer this one. It's really nice. I liked it. I might even repurchase it, not immediately, maybe at some point of time in the future. Then this one is the Earth Rhythm Resurface Face Concentrate. Again, I did not use this on my face, like the specific one at least. I used it on my back because this is actually the one that I received, which was like very, very close to its expiry. So I asked them to you know, just take it back and refund my money. So what they did is they refunded the money, but they didn't take it back, and they sent me a new one also. So the new one I actually tried using on my face, but it literally makes your face yellow. मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि तुमने हल्दी का पेस्ट लगाया है फेस पे, and it will definitely transfer on your pillows. My towel, my pillows, everything was yellow, stained after using this. So I'm like, क्या था ये मतलब. And this specific one I actually used on my back when I was dealing with acne. Sometime back I used this on my back. Sometime back. Okay, that was a play on words. So a few months back when I had issues with acne, I was using this and it worked really well. But apart from that, I won't recommend or repurchase it, and I think this range also has been discontinued since then. So matlab, what is the point even? But yeah, I wanted to let you know because this was in my empties. So yeah. Then we have the Plum encapsulated salicylic acid 2% face serum. I'm actually not a fan of this, to be honest. It was okay, it was not bad, but I feel like I've tried out much better salicylic acid products out there. Generally these serums I feel like are better for maintenance, not so much for dealing with active acne. But मुझे ऐसा लगा कि maintenance में भी ये ज़्यादा कुछ कर नहीं रहा है. It's just a basic hydrating serum. I didn't feel like the salicylic acid in here was potent enough, to be honest. So I would not actually recommend this at all. I much prefer their niacinamides, जो actually मैंने अभी film किया मेरा most repurchased products video, in which I showed you the niacinamide serum, similar packaging, amazing niacinamide serum, salicylic acid not that great. So yeah, that is that. Then we have the Plum Think Derma Rice Water and Niacinamide 2% Clear Moisture Gel Cream. Now this one I was very excited to try out initially because I thought, oh my god, Neutrogena Hydro Boost but in a better packaging, cruelty free with niacinamide, amazing. But when I started using it, I actually discovered that this kind of product, like, it's a very thin gel cream. It's not even like what other gel cream ka example can I give you? The Dr. Sheths Ceramide and Vitamin C oil free moisturizers, उसमें ना थोड़ा ऐसा, there's a weight to it basically. It feels substantial. This one feels like basically you're putting aloe vera gel on your face. It's that thin. So people who have extremely oily skin might actually like it. But for me, because my skin is teetering more towards normal, and by the way, I was not using this in the winter. I was using it before winter. So season wise it was perfect, and my skin type was also a little bit more combination normal aisa, matlab not super dry. But yeah, I still think I have outgrown my face in terms of my skin type with these kind of moisturizers. If I still had more oily skin, I would have really liked it. But yeah, now I'm not a very big fan of this anymore. I would not repurchase it, but unfortunately I actually, when I was placing the order for this, I ordered 2 instead of ordering 1. So I have another one in my stash which I will probably use up, but uske baad I'm not going to repurchase it. And in terms of recommendation, I would say if you have super oily skin, I would highly recommend it. If not, I would say there are better moisturizers out there जिसमें तुमको moisturization भी मिलेगा, but it's still going to be lightweight. It's not going to be super heavy. Even the AC Mist moisturizer is a great one if you have oily skin but you still want moisturization, right, to your skin. You don't want to just put aloe vera gel on your face. मतलब इससे सस्ता तो फिर आप aloe vera gel ही ले लो, मतलब it'll do the same thing only for you. So yeah, the Think Derma range I feel like is a little hit or miss for me, but yeah, I do love these, the niacinamide serums from Plum. I've filmed so many videos you guys today. मेरे को ऐसा चक्कर आ रहा है थोड़ा सा because I'm talking so much. So anyways, let's talk about another sunscreen. This is the Foxtale Mattifying Sunscreen SPF 70 PA 4+. And this is supposed to be a great sunscreen for normal to oily skin, and I completely agree with that. If you want something similar to the Dermaco 1% 1% hyaluronic acid gel sunscreen, but that one gives you a more dewy finish to the skin. If you want a more mattifying finish, like not completely mattifying, there will still be a little bit of a dew, but it's comparatively more mattifying on the skin, then I would suggest the Foxtale one. This one also works really great under makeup, and I feel like every time I talk about sunscreen I have to mention whether it's great under makeup or not. This one is amazing under makeup. It gives you a little bit of a shine, but it'll dry pretty quickly, and it doesn't give you that tack on the face that sometimes you will get with the sunscreen. So that's something I do really like about this. Again, one of my favorites. I've spoken about this a lot of times. I've also repurchased it recently as well, so yes, you will see me mention this and use it very soon again in my videos. So yeah, amazing sunscreen, great sunscreen for oily skin. I don't love it as much as my Deconstruct, but I still love it regardless. So yeah, when I want to change things up, maybe I'm a little bored of using the same products over and over again, and I like to switch up with the Fix Derma or the Foxtale, etc. Then we have okay, the C-Cinamide we were talking about, I think in this video, maybe a different video, I'm not sure, but this is the Dermaco C-Cinamide Radiance Sunscreen Aqua Gel SPF 50 PA4 pluses. Yeah, now this one is basically the same formula as the 1% hyaluronic acid gel sunscreen, but it's got that C-Cinamide wala formula, which means that it's got vitamin C and niacinamide in it. So you can skip your serum when you're using this. I would still use a moisturizer though, and I almost feel like it's better than the hyaluronic acid gel sunscreen, because when I've used this with a moisturizer, like I've used these two also together, and when I use these two and I put makeup on top immediately, it doesn't cake up my makeup like the way the hyaluronic acid sunscreen gel does. So for that reason, I almost prefer the C-Cinamide over the regular hyaluronic acid sunscreen from Dermaco. And also, like I said, it's got your extra active ingredients in here, which is amazing. So yeah, highly recommend this one also to everyone. Basically, I think all skin types would love it, and if you love the hyaluronic acid gel sunscreen, definitely try this out in case you want to like have the hyaluronic acid sunscreen but better. Definitely check this out. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, enough people I feel like don't talk about this one, so I'm like, please talk about it. It's amazing. Speaking about you know, vitamin C and niacinamide and all, we've got another serum in here. It's again from the Plum Think Derma line. It's their encapsulated Resveratrol 1% and 7.5% vitamin C serum. Now this one is another very like thin serumy lightweight serum, but it's got your airless pump packaging again, and it's a really nice antioxidant. But at the same time, if you're expecting to notice like amazing instant results with it, you're not going to see that with this. It's just an antioxidant that you add to your routine, and you're going to get the effects of this long term with your skin, but you're not going to notice anything instantly. So it was okay, it was nice, it was not amazing, it was not bad, it was lightweight and worked well with my other skincare products. But I am not sure if I'm going to repurchase this or not, to be completely honest, because I did feel like I went through it pretty quickly. It didn't last me a long time. So yeah, if I use this as my preferred choice of antioxidant going forward, I feel like I will have to repurchase it multiple times, so it'll end up being more expensive than other vitamin C serums that I could get possibly. So we have that. Then we have the Isntree Clear Skin 8% AHA Essence. Now this is basically a AHA toner, and it was a great AHA toner. I just wanted to experiment and try different products and different brands, so I got the Isntree one. But I don't think I'll be repurchasing this, because I found the Minimalist 8% exfoliating glycolic acid solution, which is of course way more inexpensive as compared to this, and it does everything that this does. So this didn't stand out to me in any way. So yeah, that's the reason I will not be repurchasing this one. I'll just stick to my Minimalist 8% glycolic acid exfoliating solution. So that's that. Then we have two Empties from Formularx. We have the Barrier Relief Moisturizer, which is all squished up chota sa. Matlab, I've tried to squeeze every last drop out of this one, so that's why it looks like this. And this was an amazing moisturizer that I absolutely loved. But I feel like the .K Ceramides and hyaluronic acid moisturizer that I talk about all the freaking time It's pretty much the same, but you get a better bang for your buck because Key goes on buy one get one, and you can save more money. Plus that is double the quantity also. This is 50 grams, which is your standard size, whereas that one is 100 grams, so it's double the amount of product, so it's a better value in that sense. So I'll just personally stick to that one. And I've also mentioned that this one and the peptide ceramide have kind of been dethroned by the Key. So yeah, just a revised update for you in case you did not know that. So yeah, that's that. And then the Formularx lactic acid airbrush facial. This is also in kind of similar condition only, but this one I was actually quite disappointed because yahan se na, I don't know if you can see, the product just kept leaking, and every time I would have to like use some towel or some cotton and just wipe it down basically. So I don't know why the packaging was faulty in that sense, where product was coming out of the lid all the time. I was quite disappointed with that. And I have now replaced this with the Foxtale Diva Overnight Glow Mask. I recently repurchased that one, so if I ever want to use something like this, I will just use the Foxtale Diva. So yeah, I use that up, but I won't repurchase it. And then okay, we have these two empty tubes of like body lotion basically from June Jacobs. It's their green tea and cucumber body balm. I got this at one of the hotels that I was staying at when I used to do events a few years back. I shouldn't say a few years back, I feel like it's just been a year or two. So we used to like get these in our room when we used to stay over there, because we used to like do event volunteering and stuff. So I had a few of these in my travel skincare pouch because I had saved these up from my previous trips. So I did use them, and they're empty now. So it's got an amazing, very refreshing scent though. So if you ever see these at your like if you're staying at a 5-star hotel and if you see this brand and these specific lotions over there, do grab them because they are they're very, very lightweight. They're almost like gel moisturizers for your body, and they smell very, very nice and refreshing too. So yeah, I have two of those empties, and then I have one Derma Perfect pH facial cleanser, again a sample that I probably got in one of my orders, and I used it when I was traveling probably a while back, and it was a pretty basic face wash. I mean, there is barely anything in here even to test it out, तो मेरे को याद भी नहीं है कि ये कैसा था, but I'm pretty sure it was okay. I just used it up. And then the last two products are the Foxtale Comfort Zone Rich Moisture Cream for dry and sensitive skin. Now this one to me is just a little bit more hydrating. I would say it's pretty much the same but a little bit more hydrating than the Key Ceramides and Hyaluronic Acid Skin Barrier Repair Face Cream. So if you have more drier skin and you feel like the Key is not hydrating enough for you, then you should definitely check this one out. Otherwise, I feel like for me they're kind of comparable. So recently I did end up repurchasing this because ये जो tube है ना, it's much smaller. I don't actually have the Key moisturizer around, नहीं तो I would show you. Because that is a 100-gram tube now. For traveling, it can be a bit big, like depending on what is the size of your makeup bag or your skincare toiletry bag where you're keeping all your stuff. This is thinner, much thinner. मतलब इसमें तो अभी हवा भर गया थोड़ा सा I think, तो इसीलिए it is looking a little फूला, but otherwise like this is how thin it is. So very easy to store and travel with. Specifically would work great as a night cream, or even if you're traveling to a colder climate, I think this would be a great moisturizer to travel and keep with you. And it would work great for travel specifically. ऐसे अगर मेरे को घर पे यूज़ करना है तो I can't tell much of a difference between Key and this one, but this is more expensive because the value is not as great as the Key. So if I had to continue to repurchase one, I would continue to repurchase the Key. This one I would not repurchase as often. So that's that. And then the Dr. Sheths Shea Butter and Amino Acid Multitasking Cream. This one I actually emptied up recently. I was waiting to use this in the winter time because it's a more creamy hydrating moisturizer. It was not working for me in the summer. Both in the daytime it was too creamy, in the night it was not hydrating enough, so I was waiting for the winters to use this as a daytime moisturizer and use it up like that, and it worked really well for me, so I'm glad about that. Completely used it up, and I would actually consider repurchasing this as a winter moisturizer. But again, because I have the dot and key, I'm again thinking, I'm like, even though I'm a beauty reviewer and all of that, but how many different products do I want to have in my stash, and how can I reduce the amount of products that I have, like even varieties, you know, because even though I'm a beauty reviewer, I'm still a beauty consumer as well, right? So I don't want to have too many different ones. So if I do repurchase this, I would repurchase it in the winter time when my skin is more dry. Otherwise, I'll just stick to the dot and key one and continue to use that. So any which ways, that was all the products that I had to share with you in today's video. I will also probably, अच्छा हुआ कि इधर ही है ये, I will also probably be using this one up by tonight, I want to say, because I don't know if you can tell, there is barely like 1 or 2 uses in here. This is the Chemist Play Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Face Moisturizer. It's a newer launch from them that I bought recently, and I started using it also pretty quickly because I wanted to like test it out and see how it compares to the earlier Chemist Play night creams, and this is quite different actually. I've done a comparison video, so I won't compare it in today's video, but this one is a pretty lightweight moisturizer. I do think that it's suitable for all skin types, in fact, except very dry skin. I feel like for very dry skin this is not very suitable because it is more, how do I say, like thinner. It's still moisturizing, it's not like it's not moisturizing, but it's a pretty thin consistency, so it's not a very thick moisturizer like even the Dot & Key one or the Foxtale. The Foxtale Comfort Zone Rich Moisture Cream. Those are more like thicker. This one, even though it works, but it's not as moisturizing. So for that reason, I think I will use it up completely. I don't see myself repurchasing this one either. So yes, I wanted to let you know that. But if you're looking, like if you have oily skin and you're looking for a nice very thin consistency moisturizer, and by any chance if you don't like the Dot & Key one, which I don't know how that's possible, but if you don't like it, you can probably try this out and see if it, like if you like this one more, maybe. So yeah, then I think you can check this out. But my first recommendation is always the Dot & Key one. But yes, that's gonna be it. Those were all the products that I wanted to show you in today's video, and wow, I filmed so many videos today, I need a break. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching, and until next time, bye.